Hello everyone, this is Tom from Dirk Witte Guitars in Utrecht, the Netherlands, and today we are taking a look at this vintage 1975 Gibson Les Paul signature electric guitar in its original Goldtop finish. You know what you're already thinking. What the hell, this is not a Les Paul, it is nowhere near shaped like Les Paul. You're right. This was made in collaboration with the man himself, Les Paul himself, back in the day in the 1970s. 73 if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it is definitely kind of an oddball and kind of a unique model from the time, from the 1970s. So let's get into it. So the body, a very unique type of shape, one that you pretty much don't see ever apart from this model. It is kind of a mix between an ES style body and a Les Paul. So it is really on this half of the body, it is pretty much just an ES type of style body. And then on the lower bout, especially here in this area, you kind of get a Les Paul type of cutaway. So it is a bit sharper and a bit deeper, so making the access to the frets a bit easier as compared to your normal ES style cutaway. It is also fully hollow, except for a block underneath here for the mounting of the bridge and the tailpiece, and in its original Goldtop finish, which has aged very nicely, but not too much, so there's no real greening or anything going on, which you sometimes see on Goldtop guitars by Gibson. And then the back is in this kind of a walnut stain. So the body is all maple, as you would expect from an ES type of guitar, so laminated maple, laminated top, sides and back. And it is also, like I also just mentioned, hollow, so we also get the holes, F-holes. And the pickups are also very unique to this model. These are low impedance, super humbucking pickups, and also made in collaboration with the man himself, Les Paul. So they are indeed humbuckers, but fairly unusual because you don't see any pole pieces, and the pickup covers are actually made out of plastic instead of metal, and they are branded with the name Gibson. So a very unique type of pickup with unique type of sound. Three-way pickup switch over here, which also rather unusual on an ES type of guitar, because that is also that is normally placed over here. And then we get the harmonica bridge from the 1970s, so with a lot of room for your intonation to adjust the saddles, and then just a regular stop tailpiece. Single ply white pickguard, which is original, and then the controls are also unique. You get a master volume, master tone, easy enough. And then this is actually a switch. It then puts either the pickups in phase or out of phase, so kind of giving you more tonal opportunities and also more of that type of quacky type of sound. And then this control is also very unique. This is a level control, as it says on these little poker chips, and this controls the amount of ohms that is being sent out, if you will. So we got three choices. We get 50 ohms, we get 200 ohms, and we get 500 ohms. And if I'm not mistaken, then the 50 then gives you more of a thin sound, more reminiscent of that of like a Fender style guitar, of like a Stratocaster. And then 200 gets a bit more beefy and a bit fatter, and then 500 is just your humbucker sound, just with the full rounded type of tone. Input jack over here, and this originally actually came with two input jacks, but this has been modified, and we get here an XLR input jack, which I am not familiar with, as in how to use that, but apparently that can then give you a cleaner channel, if you will, that is more so that the true signal kind of just gets sent out better, if that makes sense. So that the tone doesn't get lost, like that. You can also like handle longer cables, if you will, because with very long cables you kind of can lose tone if the cable is not that great of quality. So very unique type of spec, and also for in the studio I believe this is handy and useful. The neck is a multi-piece maple neck, which you would also see on most Gibsons from this day and age. 3-piece to be exact, or 5-piece if you count the wings on the headstock. Rosewood fingerboard with your trapezoid inlays, pearloid inlays, and we also get these smaller type of frets that Les Paul himself enjoyed very much. We also get a volute, so a little hump on the back of the headstock here on the angle, and your Gibson headstock, also very much in the style of the 1970s, with your mother of pearl Gibson logo inlay, Les Paul signature model silkscreen instead of a Les Paul model silkscreen, so that's also unique. And then your all black truss rod cover, and then original Clusen double ring tulip button tuners. So very unique model, very interesting model, and it also sounds very interesting. So let's get to that part. But first, if you are interested in this very guitar, be sure to head over to the links in the description. One of those links will take you to the listing of this guitar on our website. The other link will take you to the listing of this guitar on our reverb shop if you so happen to be an international buyer. So be sure to like the video if you enjoyed the demo, and subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of cool guitars like these, or cool acoustics, bass guitars, amplifiers even. Also be sure to like us and follow us on our socials. Links are also in the description for Instagram and Facebook. Let's get to the playing demo. Going to be running it through the 1966 Fender Super Reverb. Yeah, I'm very curious to hear and to see how this guitar sounds and what it has in store. This being just a very unique model. So let's get to that part and take this Les Paul signature model for a spin.